posted this grilled cheese you guys loved, I got so many requests for the tomato bisque and angry comments and even messages being like, oh my god, spicy rice, how could you dip it in the soup then pull it apart? So here's my formal apology. To make the soup, saute diced onions and carrots in butter, then add minced garlic and thyme. Add roasted red peppers, you can make your own or use jarred. Sun-dried tomatoes, this adds a beautiful flavor. Tomato paste and fire roasted tomatoes. Add chicken or vegetable broth and all these listed spices, then cover and let it simmer for about 15 minutes or until the veggies are cooked. Now add in fresh basil and blend that all up. You can use an immersion blender too. Pour it back into the pot over low heat, then stir in some heavy cream and freshly grated parm. Then eat it with the grilled cheese recipe on my page and enjoy!
A scrumptious, fancy-looking dessert that looks like you spent hours baking it, but really just took a few ingredients and a few simple steps to make. Start with some pre-made sugar cookie dough. You can certainly make it from scratch, but I'm going for simple here. And using a muffin pan, you want to stick your thumb in to create this cup shape, kind of like pottery class, and it doesn't have to be perfect because the cookies will come out soft, so you can kind of remold it after they bake as well. Then add a scoop of filling, which is just a cream cheese frosting Greek yogurt mixture. It is so good. Let me know if you want the full recipe for it. Top it with fresh fruit and you've got a cute fruit tart.
Creamy tomato soup with grilled cheese croutons. This is a simple but delicious winter recipe. Bake your tomatoes and your whole head of garlic. After 20 minutes, we're going to add a red chili and onions, then bake for another 20 minutes before transferring to a saucepan. Add vegetable stock and oregano, then simmer that down for 30 minutes before transferring to a blender. We're adding in a slice of bread and some olive oil to help emulsify the soup. And we're going to fry our toasties in some light mayonnaise, which works perfectly. They're going to come out golden and crunchy like that. And now we're ready to serve our delicious tomato soup. We've actually hidden some chicken slices in there. That's very optional, but ups the protein obviously. And then serve it with your croutons, basil and some cream. Let us know how you get on.
20-minute dinner for 23 days, ginger glazed chicken. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. Coat the chicken with a thin layer of cornstarch. The sauce is super easy. Soy sauce, honey, grated ginger, and garlic. Mix together. Pan fry the chicken for 4 minutes on each side. Remove and set aside. Drizzle in the sauce. Let it simmer for 30 seconds. Add back in the chicken and let it cook for another 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Look at that.
Honey garlic chicken tenders. These are so banging and so easy to make. Firstly, we're going to season our chicken tenders, then we're going to dip each one in egg and then the cornflakes until coated. Transfer to a lined baking tray and then spray all over with cooking spray. This is our very simple 4-ingredient sauce. We're just going to simmer that until it's thick and then we can dip our chicken tenders in that sauce. Make sure they've got a beautiful glaze all over them and it's simple as that. A delicious and healthier alternative to fried chicken.
Night Dishes, episode 18.
Crispy lemon pepper chicken wings are one of my favorite flavors, and I love extra lemon pepper on my wings. Here's how I made mine. I started by cutting up my chicken wings and I seasoned them with Creole, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, hot sauce, and mustard. In a separate bowl, I added some flour and I seasoned my flour with onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, and paprika. I fully coated my chicken and I fried it in hot oil for about 10 to 12 minutes or until fully cooked. I also made a Banza margarita pizza. I love this pizza because it's a healthier alternative and it's full of protein. For my lemon pepper sauce, I melted some butter, I added lemon pepper, some lemon juice, and I let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Next, I poured my sauce over my wings and I gave them a very nice toss. I plated my wings and added the extra sauce from the bowl, and y'all, these were so good.
This is how I make silky smooth mash every time. Number 1, don't peel your potatoes. Just do a little score around the middle and then into cold water, not hot. And don't forget to season them. Once your potatoes are fork tender, drain them and then leave them to steam for a few minutes. And then the skins should just pull off. Next tip, use a moolie or a ricer instead of a hand masher. This will make your mash way more consistent. Tip number 3, and this is an optional one, use a drum sieve to push your potatoes through. That way, there's no chance of any lumps. To be honest, I don't really bother doing this at home much. And tip number 4, make sure you mix in your butter and milk nice and hot. If it's cold, it just seizes up the potato. Check for seasoning at the end and add more salt if needed.
Peri Peri rice bake. This is a delicious and comforting high protein meal that takes 15 minutes to make. Coat your chicken thighs in peri peri sauce and seasoning, then pan fry in your skillet. Brush with a little more peri peri sauce and then remove from pan and add your onions and peppers. Add in your basmati rice, a bit more peri peri seasoning, smoked paprika and dried parsley followed by chicken stock. Add your cooked chicken thighs back to the pan, cover and then bake in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until that rice is beautiful and fluffy. And that's it, you need to try it and let us know how you get on.
Okay guys, it's time to level up your Sunday roast by making my ultimate roast potatoes. These are going to be the best roasties you've ever had in your life. Like, that's just a fact. I'm sorry to your mum, but that's just how it goes. These are packed full of flavour, lots of roasted garlic, lots of parmesan, lots of thyme. And yes, my secret ingredient, it's Marmite. They are so good, super crispy, super fluffy. Look at that.